Good morning, WDFA. Welcome to the Titan Podcast. Today, as a guest, I have Dr. Clark.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. So, what is your primary vision for, the school, and how do you see it evolving over the next few years?
DFA is such an awesome place to be. It is a privilege to be here, as you all know. I think about the students as being the cream of the crop, and I really do enjoy being here. So, I am very much on board and aligned with the vision that is set forth for the school. But when I think about what I personally want to do with the school, I think about creating soft skills for the students. For example, I want our students to be more competitive and participate in a competition that is at Ron Clark called the Amazing Shake. And it emphasizes soft skills. And it is something that I feel like this generation is not knowledgeable about. And I want to step in and be sure that you all are equipped to be out in the world and have your soft skills down pat. So that's what I want.
Could you give us some ideas of soft skills?
Yeah, for example, do you know how to fill out an envelope?
I know how to fill out that.
Tell me what goes in the middle.
The text. Right.
Yes, so an envelope has a text on it.
Right.
But tell me where the sender is and tell me where the receiver goes.
The sender isn't that the mail?
Who's the sender? If you are sending...
Isn't it the mail office? Like you kind of...
That's what I'm talking about. So it's soft skills. You all, and that's not to put you on the spot, even though I did, but there are skills that you all don't know because you live in a digital world. You've never had to send a snail mail, have you?
No, I've never heard of it.
Snail mail is literally what your parents get. They get mail in the mailbox. And they had to learn how to fill out an envelope. And you all don't know how to do that because you're used to sending emails and social media and so on and so forth. But that is a skill that you need to learn how to do when you get older and you have to pay bills. Everybody doesn't necessarily accept automated payment. You might have to send something snail mail, which is the United States Post Office. Handshaking, looking somebody in the eye, you're doing great. When you have a conversation with somebody, these are the soft skills that I'm referring to.
Okay,
yes.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you believe is the most important quality as a school leader?
Listening.
Listening?
Yeah, you have 2 ears for a reason, right? I just think it's so important to listen to our scholars. You all are very cool people and you have important things to say, but it's important that you're heard. I think the things that you all say are profound. You have experiences that maybe I don't have. And I feel like just like you are learning from us, we are learning from you too.
Yeah,
but it's important to listen in order to receive those pieces of information from you all.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions we have today. We want to thank you for being on the podcast and, answering our questions. I know, it was a hard one, but I thank you for, at least trying to respond to it. It's appreciated.
Yeah, you guys are doing great things here.
Thank you.
But I do have an announcement. Stay tuned for Fall Classic happening on Wednesday, obviously, Thursday, and then we have the dance on Friday. And act right, because if you know better, you do better.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Clark.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Come and get your pizza.
I'm gonna have 4 chicken nuggets today at lunch. Only 4? You must be so hungry. Is that Mr. James? Are you ready for the
Hot, gooey, cheesy, saucy. Make 2 lines and it won't be bossy. 3 for 1 or 5 for 2. I want some and so do you.
Come and get your pizza. It's 1 for 3 and 2 for 5.
Don't want pizza? We got candy. We got soda and water, that's the plan B. Supporting AV, make me so proud. When I get my food, I'll eat the crowd.
Come and get your pizza. It's 1 for 3 and 2 for 5.
Welcome back, guys. So for our second guest right now, we have Denzel Howard.
Yeah, hello.
So I'm going to be asking you some questions about your short film, MLK Boulevard.
Oh, yeah.
So what were some challenges that you had to, take to make that film?
So, yeah,
obviously making a film isn't easy.
Right, of course.
Especially because I've definitely progressed in the films that I've created, and this one being like the most recent, I feel like it's kind of the most professional, and that kind of makes things harder. Like, it was the biggest set I've ever had. Like, normally it's just like me and a couple friends, but this one like was an actual like set. And we had one day that we were filming here actually at Davidson over summer, and I called in extras because it was a classroom scene.
Right. Yeah.
And the main actor thought that we were filming at 7 at night instead of 7 in the morning. Yeah, so it was like everybody got there early. I like bought breakfast and set it up for all my actors. We were all just sitting there, and then he became like 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. Then when it hit 15, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna call him. And I called him, and he was like, wait, that's now? And so we all had to go home, and like that was probably the hardest part, having to like reschedule over that.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. So what inspired you to make this film?
So yeah, MLK Boulevard is a film that it really came from my heart. You know, when you watch it, you'll kind of experience and you'll know the feelings that I'm talking about. But it's really like my love letter to a certain genre of movies. I don't want to like spoil, but it's my love letter to a certain genre of movies. Yeah, I think that's really all I can. That's what inspired me to make it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, we've seen it in the class. I mean, it's really good. I like it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, how hard was it with the actors? Was it kind of like weird for them to say some of the stuff they were saying?
Yeah, kind of. So like, I love going to a fine art school making short films because I never struggle with finding actors. Like, you bump into someone in the hallway and they want to be in a movie, so it's easy to like
get that like the name. The actor,
it's easy to grab. But the biggest struggle when I'm working with people that act on stage is, and a lot of people don't realize this, but when you're doing performance like in theater, which you may not know this because I don't know if like you've done theater before.
I don't do theater.
But when you're performing in theater, beats are very important. Like when you're giving a monologue, like it's beats. Like when you say a serious line, it's a beat, and you have to like wait, and then you continue. And then in film, that doesn't happen because all of that would happen in editing. So it's frustrating when I'm trying to film an actor and they're just taking forever to like say a line. Because if they were to say it on stage, they would have to drag it out because like there's an audience that has to hear you live, and they're just different techniques that you have to use. But on film, none of those techniques exist because it's just the camera picking it up. And so they take forever, and I'm like, okay, one more time, but like twice as fast because we like keep it fast paced. And if I need to slow it down, I'll slow it down in editing. But that's something that like the actors don't really grasp the first time. So that's probably the biggest struggle with like working with like actors. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say like editing is hard? Like editing like shows, or, like mishaps in shows?
I don't know if I would say editing is hard.
Like mishaps, like if something happens in the show, is
it's
it hard
definitely like daunting for sure.
Right.
Like and then it would be hard starting off, but I feel like I've been doing it for so long at this point, like it's not hard. But like starting off, I can understand completely how that would be like a struggle when it comes to editing.
Well, that's it for right now. So we want to thank you for coming on the show.
MLK Boulevard comes out Saturday at 7:30 p.m. If you go on YouTube and you look up the Denzel Howard, you will find my YouTube channel where I post all of my short films.
All right.
Thank you, Bryson.
No problem, man. So WDFA, have a good morning. Thank you for watching, and just have a good day.